Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 213. Yeah, 213. Wow. Sometimes it seems like yesterday, sometimes it seems like I've been doing this forever. But welcome. And if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that little red subscribe button down below. And if you click the little bell-shaped icon next to it and click all, that will hopefully let you know anytime I post a podcast, which is always on Saturdays and Wednesdays. However, during the month of December, it's every day till the 25th. So, yes, we are doing Vlogmas, which means every single day I am opening actually part of my Advent calendar, which is yarn, and I am also doing a little film clip and sometimes sharing little tidbits of information. If you watched the one this morning, I actually gave a brief history of Lion Brand yarn, as well as my yarn unboxing for the day, the little skein of yarn that I got. So if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming by each time. You guys are my friends, and I look forward to talking and sharing with you and chatting back and forth over here and on my email and on Facebook. And yeah, it's a lot of fun getting to know everybody. So let's get started. I have a finished object. This is the sweater that I jokingly referred to as the Jolly Green Giant. So if you saw it on Facebook, here it is. And here's what the sleeves are actually a little too long. I'm not sure how I did that, but the sleeves are a little too long, so I actually just rolled the cuff back a little bit. And I will stick a clip in of me modeling it. So I'll put that in here so you can see what it looks like. So I am really happy with it. It's a pretty shade of jade. I will say, would I make this same pattern again? This was a free pattern from, I believe, Lion Brand. Would I make it again? Probably not. I am going to make another one of these sweaters. I have the same yarn in a red, which I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to base it off of this pattern, but this was a raglan sleeve that you did in pieces and then sewed it all together. And I think I could take the information from that pattern and turn it into something where I knit it in the round, which is a lot easier. I don't like to sew things together. I never can make it look quite right. So I don't know, I just think it's nicer and looks better, especially the sleeves. I mean, although my raglan sleeves where they join, which is right along here, they actually join together very well. You cannot, it's not overwhelmingly standing out where I did it. So the seams look good on this. They actually do, but it's just not my favorite way to do a sweater. So I am going to make another one. I have some more of the same yarn. This is the Bernat Softy Chunky, and this color is called Vino or Wine. And it's wine colored. It's a pretty, I just thought it'd be pretty for Christmas. So I have a green and a red sweater for Christmas. I will make a size smaller. This one I made as a 2X, and it's a little big. Actually, it's a lot big on me, but I'm not about to rip it out and redo it. And I would make the neck a little bit wider because it's snug getting it over my head. I'd like to say that's because my brains fill up my head so much that it's big, but apparently it's just, I don't know, it fits okay. And once it gets down to my neck, it's fine, but it's just a little, I don't like it quite up against my neck. I like it down about like how this sweater is. So, or at least a little, even though since it's a turtleneck, even just a little bit looser than what this is. So, that being said, I'm finished with this. It is very comfortable, but like I said, I will make a size smaller because either I'm a loose knitter or the pattern is a little big. I'd like to say it's because I've lost a little weight. I don't think that's the case. But anyway, but we could wish. We can think about it, and we could love it a lot and pretend, and I could just hug this sweater. So anyway, yes, this is sweater number 1. So I will be working on a second one. So that's my only finished object this week. And now I'll get on to my works in progress. You will see in my acquisitions, and if you've been watching Vlogmas, that I got some Knit Picks Brava Sport, which is 100% acrylic. And so I started making my socks. I bought a bunch of it, and I'll show it to you in a little bit. I bought it to make socks with because my pants shrunk. Not because I gained weight. They really honestly did shrink. I made the mistake, and it's something I should have known better, but I bought some pants and I didn't wash them before I hemmed them. And they were so long that I cut them off. Another big mistake. Cut them off and then hemmed them and then washed them, and they shrunk, and now I can't reattach it because I threw the scraps out. Yeah, really dumb on Katrina's part. But now my socks, which are normally just like little footsie socks, I wear those. I have bare leg, and then I have the pant leg, and it looks ridiculous. It really does. Looks ridiculous. So I thought maybe if I have solid socks going all the way up my leg, or at least part way up past the hemline, it won't look as noticeable. So I've started my first pair of socks. I'm starting with the gray. And here is my first one. Now I am doing, I'm actually doing Mina Phillips' basic sock recipe. It is she has a podcast called The Knitting Expat. She does have a lot of paid for patterns. This is one of her free patterns, and it is for 2 at a time socks. I am going to transfer these to do them 2 at a time, but it's just sometimes easier if you start the cuffs and then transfer them. So this one I will be transferring to a long set of needles with a long cord, and then I'll knit another one the same size, put it on, and then I'll start the 2 at a time. Now I am doing something I've never done before. If you look at the cuff here, this is 1 by 1 rib, but I'm doing it as a twisted rib, which means that when you do the knit stitch, instead of knitting through the front loop, you knit through the back loop, and it actually twists the stitch as you go. So it gives just a little bit more definition to the ribbing. So I kind of like the way it looks. It's just something a little different, and I thought I would try something new just to make it fun. So yeah, I've gotten started with those. So that's project number 1. Project number 2 that I have been working on, if you've been watching Vlogmas, you have been seeing that I am making a second scrappy blanket. I have a crocheted one that is just, it's striped, just back and forth with shell stitch. And that's made out of scrap yarns. And this is a mitered square blanket, which is a free pattern as well. And not my free pattern, it's from Kemper Ray, called the Coziest Memories blanket. And so I made one of these before. I had a lot of fun, and so because I finished the crocheted one, now I'm doing a knit one. So here's what it looks like. And I am doing my miter, so it's going to go out by the time I finish, hopefully kind of like rays, it'll go out like this. So this is, right here, is technically the center of the blanket, where you can see all 4 miters go out from. And then they go from there. And this is the one I'm currently working on. If you saw this morning's Vlogmas, this was the yarn that I got today. It's pretty, it reminds me of caramel. That's what it wrote. It's like dark and light color caramels, which makes me hungry. But anyway, yes, that's the one I'm working on. I've got just a couple, you can see right here, I just got a couple more rows. I'm on the decreases now. So you start wide, and then you keep, it has a decrease up through the center, which is what forms the mitered mark, the little line. So I am decreasing. I have just a few more rows to go. So that's what I've been doing with the mitered square. Now crochet wise, I am still working. I'm on my 3rd skein. This is Lion Brand Homespun. And I will put a link to the yarns that I talk about. I will put a link down in the description box. so you can find them. So this is Lion Brand Homespun, and I don't remember the name of the color. Hang on, I've got some up here. This is called Barks, and I have a total of 10 skeins. I've used the third one, and I've got 6 more left. So I must have used 4. I used one of these packs, so this is fourth. This must be the 4th skein, I think. It's the 3rd or 4th skein. I've lost track. But anyway, I have 2 more packs. 2 more packs? 2 more packs. I'm looking to see where I've got it stored. I have 6 more skeins in addition to this one. So let me show you what I've got going on with it now. I feel like I am crocheting this forever because I'm doing the widest part of the sweater. This is going to be, I keep calling it a sweater. Here in the US, a lot of times we say sweater and we mean pullover or cardigan. We kind of use that word interchangeably. It's a cardigan, is what it is. I am crocheting it from the bottom up, and I'm doing it not necessarily in the round, but I'm going all the way around, turning and coming all the way back instead of sewing it, or instead of crocheting it in 4 pieces or 3 pieces and then attaching it all together. I told you I don't like to do seaming. So I'm doing the widest part, which is the bottom of the sweater. So this is how tall it is now. It's probably almost a foot. I don't have too much more to go before I start separating for the front and the back and the arms. I mean the front, the 2 front pieces and the back. There we go. So once I get under the arms, then I will be working on separate sections. I'll still be carrying this all around together, but it's like I'll be working on the front and the middle and the other side of the front. You understand what I mean. So, yeah, this is going to be really snuggly and soft. I'm not putting buttons on it or anything because I don't tend to button my sweaters anyway. Why waste the time? So, although it would look really pretty with big wooden buttons on this, but it's a pretty color. It's kind of a burgundy and a tannish gold. So it is really pretty, and it's also very soft. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I am crocheting just a half double crochet, and I am using a 7mm hook. And I got this hook as well as, I think there was 11 or 14. There was a whole set of them. They're not clovers, but they're copies of clovers, and I got them for a couple cents short. I think it was $9.97. Couple cents short of $10. So if you go to my Amazon link down below, you will, in my favorite things, you'll see the crochet hooks there, and I think they still have them. And there's also pom-poms. If you guys look for pom-poms, I found some prices that were decent for pom-poms, like a whole box of assorted colors. So that's over there too. And favorite knitting stuff. All my favorite stuff is over in the Amazon shop. So if you want to check it out, you can. But I really like these needles, hooks. I'm so used to knitting for so many years. I haven't been crocheting as long, so I have it. Muscle memory keeps saying needles instead of hooks. But I like the feel of this because I hold my crochet hook like this. I don't hold it like this. And this is just very, very comfortable on my hands, and it doesn't fall out on my hands and I don't drop it. But yeah, I like the squishy handles. So how's that for a technical term? My squishy handles. I like his squishy handles. So yes, that is my works in progress. Now I want to show you my next upcoming projects. I showed you the red that I'm going to make a sweater with. But then I'm going to work on another design thing. I really am in the mood, to be perfectly honest. I'm not so much in the mood to make another sweater like this. I really would like to sit down and work on a colorwork sweater. I haven't done colorwork knitting for quite a few years. I enjoy it, I just haven't done it for a while because I went through a phase where that's all I did. And I would love to get back into doing it again, but at the same time, this yarn is taking up a lot of space on the wall back here, and I'm trying to clear some of the larger stuff out back here, which is why I'm working on the Lion Brand and the bulkier stuff, because I want to kind of reorganize this mess back here that's my yarn wall. a little bit differently. So as much as I want to go to the color work, I'm forcing myself to get this done first so I can get some bigger space cleared out on the yarn shelf back here. But I had to do something for kind of like entertainment. So I'm going to work on designing another shawl. So let me show you the colors I'm going to do it with. It is going to be an asymmetrical shawl, and this is some yarn I got last Christmas or the Christmas before maybe. My husband and I don't buy each other anything for Christmas itself. What we do is we go out the week after Christmas and we kind of spend some time, we eat out a little bit, rather than get each other presents. When we need something, we just get it. But we'd spend one day and we kind of go up to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is about an hour away, and there's a really nice yarn shop up there that carries yarn that you can't always get other places. Some of it is yarns from Europe, which you can't readily buy in stores all over the place. So in one of our excursions, this is what I got. This is Hedgehog Fibers. I really don't like this new label that they've got. Well, it's not new. It's been out for a couple years because this is a couple years old. But yeah, not crazy about the label anymore. I liked the old one they used to have. But this is called Bollywood. Look at the colors in it. It's got all kinds of, it's got purples and reds and golds. And it's really pretty. And I'm pairing it with, this is Brooklyn Tweed. This is the only store in the area that I know I can get Brooklyn Tweed at. They also carry Quince & Co. and West Yorkshire Spinners. Those are yarns that you can't get like in any other yarn shop. So that's why I get them up there. And this is Peary. It's 100% American merino wool. It's actually sourced in Utah and Nevada, and it is spun in Springvale, Maine, and it's dyed at Sacco, Maine, which is funny because Sacco has it's a dye works company, and one of the viewers here, Jaslyn Prieto, actually lives near this. And I was asking her, I said, is the dye works still open? It would be so fun to go, because we go up to Maine every so often. We haven't been there for several years now, but we go right through Sacco on the way, and I was like, is that open for tours? That would be so much fun, and I could take you guys along if they would let me film, but we don't know. I mean, it's obviously right now it's probably not open to the public, and I'm not going up to Maine anytime soon, at least not this year, but it would be fun to go check out the dye works and watch them commercially dye yarn. That would be a fun trip. So yeah, so anyway, this is called Marigold, and it is dyed in Sacco, Maine. And this one, like I said, is called Bollywood, and this is, let's see, 80% blue-faced Lister. I always say Leicester because it has an E in it. Down here we would pronounce it Leicester, but you all have told me it's Lister. So it's blue-faced Lister wool and 20% nylon. And this is, they both are fingering weight. And this is actually made, Hedgehog Fibers is made in Ireland. So, yeah, so here's the two of them, what they will look like together, which I think will be very pretty. So that's a project in the works. I have ideas for it. I've already drawn out kind of what I want it to look like. We'll see how it turns out. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at show and tell. I do have show and tell this week. However, most people are contributing their projects over to the holiday along. So I do have a couple of entries. We're just going to call it the Yoka, Kathy, and BK Thorenson show today, because those are the three people that I actually have projects in to show you what they have made. So I'm going to roll that footage. holiday along. I don't have the latest update from Sarah because it's a little crazy over where she's at right now. They just did a second lockdown and she's been running around like crazy trying to get everything ready and together, not knowing how much things are going to get locked down and what life is going to look like in a short period of time. So anyway, I don't have the latest updates. However, I do know that when I filmed last week, Team Crochet only had 12,000 yards to go to get across the Pacific and reach San Francisco. Looking at the number of projects that have come in the last week, I think you've probably made it. So I'm taking a guess here, but I'm pretty sure you guys have made it at least to San Francisco, possibly further. So I decided I would draw a winner for the little mini make-along that we had going along there. So if you entered a crochet project within the last month, I counted you over the last 4 weeks. I went ahead and counted you, and the winner is, I guess I should tell you what you're going to win first. The winner is going to win a $10 gift certificate to Lion Brand Yarns. So the winner for Team Crochet is Donna McCormick. And Donna's winning entry was the antique Christmas Afghan that was a pattern by Creative Grandma. So it's white and it has like, it looks on the granny squares almost look like poinsettias. So that's what that was her winning entry. So Donna, if you would get in contact with me over at katrinascreations@yahoo.com, I will get your email and we will figure out how to get that gift certificate over to you so you can do a little yarn shopping for Christmas. So, congratulations. Now, acquisitions, I've done just a little bit of shopping. Some of it has come in and you've seen it over on Vlogmas, but we'll do a really quick recap. First off, the yarn that I am using for my yarn advent calendar came from Dear Mina Yarns, and I will put a link to her shop down below. She has an Etsy shop. She just opened in July, so I'm sure she'd appreciate any business you give her. She sent me this free skein of yarn, and the color's showing up just perfect this time. It's kind of a forest green. It's a real deep teal. And it's called In Teal Deep, and it's 100% superwash Polworth. It's extremely soft, yes. So she sent me that. That was acquisition number 1. And thank you, Kristen, for the yarn. I really do enjoy it. Then I went to Knit Picks, and you saw the socks that I'm making. That was the gray color. I bought Brava Sport. It is a sport weight yarn. There's 273 yards in a 100-gram skein. And it is a yarn weight too, like I said, sock sport, right around there. And it's 100% premium acrylic. It is extremely soft. So, yeah, it is nice. So I bought that to make socks with. I have it in this color, which is denim. And then I have this pink, which is cotton candy. I have a brown, which is called brindle. This one the label fell off of. I think it was called black. The color is black. So, and of course the gray that I showed you, and avocado, which we all had a laugh about because we remember the 70s very well, and we've all of our mothers had avocado appliances in the kitchen. Yeah. So that was what I got from Knit Picks. Then a Lion Brand order came in, and I didn't know when I ordered this it was sparkly, but I'm really glad it is, because can a girl have too much sparkle in her life? This is Shawl and a Cake. Look at the color. This is the denim colored one, and the speckles, there you can see it. The speckles are blue. And it's like gray, it's all different shades, like faded blue jeans. It's faded blue jeans with blue sparkles in it. Oh, it's pretty. And it is very soft too. And this is a number 4 weight, I believe. Yes, number 4 weight. And there are 481 yards per skein, and I have a total of 4 skeins of this. And then I bought the same thing in a different color. This one is called Om Opal. I was pronouncing it O-M Opal, and somebody explained to me, no, it's supposed to be Om. So that's good because Katrina didn't know. I thought it was the initials for something. I didn't know the difference. But anyway, there it is. And this is really pretty. You can see the grays in it, but the speckles are like iridescent. They're all different variegated color, little speckly sparkles. So this is really pretty too. And I have 4 cakes of this as well. And there's more coming. Yeah. I have another brand. I have another order from Lion Brand. I have 2, 3, 4 things coming from Knit Crate. One of them is my regular monthly box, which will be coming in. One of them is a free box that they offered to me to try, and I was like, yes, please. I'm not going to turn down free yarn, so they're sending me that. And then I ordered some additional yarn to go with some that I bought that was in my monthly membership last month. I bought a duplicate of it so I would have more of the same yarn. And then I found another color yarn that would go really nice with it too, so I bought 2 more skeins of that. Yeah, I think that's all the buying I did with all the yarn, but it's quite a bit. Yes, I'm restocking. I was making empty space on the shelves and I'm filling it up faster than I'm emptying it out. Oh well, it's a nice problem to have. So, now it's time for... Now in our Come and Get It section, Annie's Craft Store is running, it ends tomorrow at 3 a.m. So you might as well say it ends today on Saturday, unless you stay up halfway through the night. It's going to be done by the time you go to bed tonight. So if you are interested in this, you want to get on it right away because they are offering free flat shipping on your order, $1.99. $1.99 no matter what you buy. So that's a super good deal. You do need to use a coupon code SHIP199 to get that discount. And again, it ends at 3 a.m. Sunday morning. So yeah, if you're interested in something from Annie's, you want to jump on it before that shipping offer is over with. But they also, over on Annie's, they are also running deals all December. It's called Double Up. I think it's called Double Up, or I forget the name of it, but they're running specials all month long leading up to Christmas. Knit Picks is offering free shipping on orders over $65. And I have some exciting news. I am now an affiliate for Lovecrafts. Now, the reason I did that, I mean, Lovecrafts is a company that's, for the most part, based over in the UK. And a lot of the places that I advertise for on Come and Get It are US-based stores that don't ship outside the US. So I thought, well, when there's an opportunity over here, maybe I can help my friends that live across the pond out too. So I'm going to be watching for sales from Lovecrafts, and I will pass that information on to you guys as well for those of you who live over in Europe and the UK and all those places over there that can get Lovecrafts. Over here we can get it, but I think it's a higher shipping rate because they have to go across the ocean to us. So we'll see how that works out, but I thought it was worth a try since my patterns are all listed through Lovecrafts. Why not? So yes. So anyway, we have that going on. Then I thought, I'm like I told you, I'm reorganizing my stuff up here. And so I carried some things upstairs that belong in my Etsy shop, so I thought I'll just run through real quick and let you know what's up there. I have 2 skeins of yarn. These are hand-dyed. I will be honest, they're not soft. They're scratchy. This is definitely outerwear. This is not something, I mean, it doesn't bother me to have it against my face, but some people it would. Not that you want the yarn now that I've rubbed it across my face. But anyway, there we go. It's clean. Okay, 5-second rule. It's probably okay. But anyway, there it is. And it's looking great. It's actually purple and pink. I wish it was gray and pink. I'd keep it for myself. But it's purple and pink. So that is item number 1. Then I have some of this green that reminds me of melons. So we have that. And then I have a whole bunch of project bags. I'll just show you one, but there's a bunch of them you can see in here. I have some project bags. Here, I'll hold this one up. They are reversible. And they're about, I think they're 15 inches across and about 9 inches deep. And then you can, and then the inside is different from the outside, so you can, if you don't like the one side, you can just flip them inside out and use the other side, because they, like I said, they are reversible. So, yeah, we have some of those over there too. So that is it for this week. Yes, double checking my notes. That is it for this week. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to tune in each day for Vlogmas. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Talk to you all later.